get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Buck City Reloaded. Double tap that screen. You know what it is. Let's get in the building. What is going on, my people? Thank God it's Saturday. I want to get some things straight, man. I want to get some things straight. You know, as a man, you got to be comfortable in your stance, man. You know, like we used to hear about peer pressure. Yeah, we used to hear about all this stuff growing up. Salute the guys. Salute the guys. Quick FC. Salute my brother. Oh man, 5 mile walk. Damn, bro. See, I wish I was with you right now. Damn. Oh man, I need at least a 2 mile. Boy, oh boy. I gotta get some exercise in. Get some exercise in, boy. I tell you. You know, ain't nothing like feeling rejuvenated and feeling like you're getting stronger and things. You know what I'm saying? More Keith in the building. What up? Riley Shirt Company. What up? Bub Johnson. Salute my brother. Everybody in the building. Double tap that screen. Hit the like button. We got to get some things straight, man. You know. I've been getting these weird ass comments. You know, I don't know what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and shout out to the guys that, you know, think they're real dog, man. You guys got channels and everything. You know, I was hearing a lot. And listen, man, we didn't make this channel to glorify dog fighting, bro. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you guys thought, EJ Trills, what up? What's going on? If that's what y'all thought, then I'm sorry. I am sorry. You know, you can go back to the that's why I like timestamps. You can go all the way back to the beginning. And I know there's some dudes because a couple guys hit me up a long time ago, you know, and they was like, man, I be listening to you guys, man. You know, if I get up on there, man, I'll tell how this and this fight and this and that. I said, wait a minute, brother. Slow your roll, brother. Okay. Slow your motherfucking roll right now, brother. Like, nigga, did you think that I got up here to incriminate myself, bruh? Like, what the fuck? You know, sometimes you got to take shit to the grave, dog. You know what I'm saying? And then we put other people involved. We put other people in our story and shit, you know? Like, bruh, man. You got to be more careful, man. I'm sorry that my channel was able to scale numbers like it was able to scale. I'm sorry that shit, we just dropped off some mags yesterday. I got to drop some more off today. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. But at the end of the day, we got to maintain the purpose, right? If you're not about purpose, you're not about nothing. Okay, these are classics too. I ran one of these back. I think it was the last one. And it's a classic, man. It's a classic. You see the elevation, right? That's what I'm talking about, man. Getting it in. Getting it in, overtime, putting in that extra work, right? That's what this is about, networking. I don't care, right? I got a message today. Somebody inquired about Little Haystack, right? Good thing is he said that he had 2 bitches off of a dog that I had been wanting to breed to for a decade. Right? And lost the opportunity. Just shit just didn't line up. Right? But then he went left and just started telling me about 2-time winners and all of it. Like, wait a minute, man. Wait a minute. Like, you don't even know who you're talking to. I think people think that, I don't know, dog. I mean, I'm be getting some weird vibes, bro. I be getting some weird vibes. Like you would think that in the height of everything going on in the dog community, everything that has transpired over the last 5 years, the significance of things changing over the last 10 years, right? You would think that dudes would carry themselves with a little bit more. I don't know. I don't know what to call it. I don't know what to call it. Salute everybody in the building. Hemi James in the building. Salute my brother. Hardy Dog, Pennsylvania. Salute. Let me see. Angry B 801. Salute my brother. What is going on? Sanguinary. Yeah, man. Hey, man, get that shit in. Get that shit in. Listen, I think we gotta it's getting scary. It's getting scary, bro, because the right education's not getting out here. When I first came to the internet, when I first came to this shit, my goal was to put the dogs in a positive light, right? Right. Dudes, and I don't know. I don't understand. I'm just kind of putting this out there. If you're around me, if you're talking to me, if you on my panels, anything, don't we're not talking about illegal activities, bro. Okay. Straight up. That's not the thing. That's not how we're gonna get to the next level. That's not what I want to turn my channel into. Everybody got their freedom to do what they want to do with their channel. That's why it's a freedom. You got your own IP address. You do what you do. You want to be investigated and shit. Go ahead, talk about that. That's fine. Okay. When I first came in this dog game, there wasn't many channels just flat out talking about dog fighting, bro. There wasn't. And I thought that's because people were smart. Honestly. I'm gonna be real. The versatility is none. That's honestly, if that's all you got to talk about, right? I thought we supposed to talk about that shit around a campfire. I mean, just to put that out there, just to put that out there. The historical, all of this, but it's kind of intermixing, and I don't want it to intermix over here, right? Yeah, it's historical purposes. We do all of that. He said, "Do I believe in dog fighting?" Uh, Me personally, bruh, I'm gonna just keep it a buck with you, man. Um, I don't believe I'll be doing any of it. Right? Let's get, what I'm saying. I don't believe that I'll be doing any of it. Um, there's things that are legal in other countries, right? In America, right now, dog fighting is looked really bad. It looks really bad, you know, for an educational standpoint, right? If I was here educating you, yeah, I can't tell people what not to do. You know, everybody's grown, they do what they you can't even be a kid on my channel. You know, you got to be 18. You got to put your birthday in or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So this channel ain't for kids. I stamped that on the videos, you know, but so I can't tell a grown man what to do. But in America, the way it's looked at, you know, let's just keep it what it is. I'm not gonna say I believe in it. I don't believe in it. I believe in following the laws of the land, right? You follow the laws of the land, whether you like it or not, right? Some people believe in same-sex marriage. Man, these guys are going ham in here. Fuck. They got the kitchen. Well, I know it's gonna be some good food in there. It sounds like it. The music is going on, and the fire alarm went off. So it must be something in there whipping up early, right? Um, so nah, man. Um, you know, I'm not gonna say I believe in it or not. You know, there's a bunch of laws that I think are stupid, and the way they enforce things, I think is the wrong way. You know, there's a lot of laws that are messed up in America. I put it like that. You know, so nah, I mean, you know, I don't agree with getting up on here on my channel. People do what they want to do with their channels, but I just want to draw the line. I want to make sure that, you know, because that's what they're going to do. They're going to say, yeah, he has 400 videos and not one video has he told people not to engage in dogfighting and not to do this, not to do that. But instead, he's telling you how not to get caught. You know, like this is coming from somebody like I saw the play. You know, if you haven't been in trouble, if you haven't been dragged like I got dragged, you might not have got a chance to see the playbook, right? See, I seen the playbook. I know what type of shit that they're on, bro. You know, so I try to educate, of course, how to keep the bloodline. And, you know, because when you get your dogs taken, some people are compromised in a position to where um they don't man, I got all kind of shit going on. FaceTime, boy, it is going down. Hold up. I'll do this when I'm done. Boy, I got phones. Boy, it's going down. Yes, sir. Hey, hit the like button. It's free. Hit that free like button. You know. Anyway, like I keep going down this rabbit hole, man. They're not going, you know, if you don't put no type of emphasis on what's going on, man. You know, like I didn't make this channel for that, bro. I see dudes trying to, you know, they want you to talk, bro. Dudes up here, it's like it done turned into like an internet, you know, like let me get up on here and brag about, you know, like I don't know. Are you guys giving dudes merit because of that? Is that weighing out? Like, okay, yeah, this guy can talk about dog fighting, so he's the guy. You know, are you guys thinking that? Are you guys? I don't know. Cause I seen some dumbass kids, but I don't know if they grew up to be dumb. You know, you know, I don't understand, man. You know, it's not for that. So, dude, you know, there was this dog I wanted to breed to for a long time, and he's got two bitches that he want to breed. And so I was like, damn, that's great. Without even seeing the pet, I know how the dad was bred. You know, that's great. But then he, you know, he did this and he beat him, and you know, all of this, bro. You know, like, and this was a screenshot. This is social media, right? Everything you say on Facebook, that shit's recorded, dog. You talking about he's hot, you talking about he's this, he's that. You know, you might not want to be selling dogs. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you, bro. You know, you just might not want to be, if that's how you're gonna conduct yourself, bro. Right? You know, we get on here, they know, and they know dudes talk like me, like they're not involved, that are involved. They're hip. They're hip. It's not enough just to say that you're not involved with this shit, man. Like my dad used to say, man, I'm telling you this because I love you. You know, I'm telling you this because I love you. Look, man. So now this is that time where, you know, I just gotta draw it back a little bit. You know, I think shit's been getting a little bit out of hand. All this dry snitching going on, you know, it's becoming a culture. That's like a dry snitch culture. And I'm an old dinosaur. I don't need to be around that. Just to be honest with you, man. I need to be chilling like schoolboy in them. You know what I'm saying? Just chilling, not worried about nobody, you know. Now motherfuckers hating every other day, dry snitching and shit. Like, come on, man. I give up, man. Don't dry snitch on me. And you know, like, I give up. Borderland, my guy. Yeah, but yeah, we like hearing the war stories and shit from back in the day, but the context that they put it in and the way they be talking, bro, that's it ain't nobody stupid, bro. You know, I hear you, Hemi James, you know, and you get that, but you get some bipolar shit. Like when if you're doing a video about historical, you know, even me, you know, I need to fix this shit. If I'm talking about some historical shit or whatever, edit that shit, dog. Edit that shit, bro. Because motherfuckers be slipping, dog, and they gonna take that and they gonna have that in court, bro, on your ass. When they try to say that you bred a dog for fighting, right? And you're not gonna understand it. You're not gonna understand. That's all I'm saying. Because most of you ain't gonna understand it. You're gonna be like, man, I didn't do shit. I ain't fighting no dogs. I ain't doing shit. And they got your ass talking to a motherfucker, talking about, yeah, his dad is game. His mom, you could be lying. You could be lying like a motherfucker, telling the motherfucker, oh yeah, he's game. He's, you know, all on the phone, bro. This is that education that we need, bro. I'm sorry, these goofballs, and you know, it's just a bunch of goofballs around, bro. I don't know what the fuck happened. You're not a man because you get on YouTube and talk about dog fighting. I don't give a fuck when you did it. That's the dumbest shit in the world. It's the dumbest shit in the world, bro. That's my stance on it. Now, if people do it, that's great. Some people done capitalized off that. That's a great thing to do. But if they only hear one video from me, I want them to hear this. I didn't make this channel to glorify dogfighting. That's not why I made it. This ain't for that. I keep telling y'all. A real one don't gotta get on here and incriminate itself every other day, bro. And look at that. He said 2 shows ago on GHK channel, one guy was asking for a weight. That's crazy shit. That's because that's that environment. I don't want that environment. I don't want that fake gangster shit, dog. I don't want that. And I'm not talking about somebody. I'm not, just because I don't want it on my channel doesn't mean I'm talking about your channel. See, we gotta, there's too much tampons around. There's too many tampons around, man. Motherfuckers get emotional over everything. Just because I'm telling you that I value my freedom and I don't want to go to fucking jail for some dumbass shit motherfuckers doing on the internet that you're gonna regret. How you gonna explain it to the inmates? Oh man, yeah, I had a YouTube channel, man, and I was talking about dog fighting, man. They're gonna be like, nigga, you was talking about dog fighting on the internet, nigga. But I wasn't doing it. I was just talking about what I did back in the day. But you still had dogs, didn't you? So why the fuck would you do that? Why the fuck would you talk about shit that you got? Like, they're not gonna know the difference. They're not gonna listen to you and hear you say historical and shit. They're gonna come to this sector. They're gonna sniff you out. You know, and you're not ready for that. Not for the chump charge. Not for me not even getting caught fighting no dog. You're gonna get lined up. I'm telling you. Motherfuckers think it's a game, all this shit. And the guys that's just getting in, you better be listening, dog. Instead of hating, take that tampon off for a minute and listen. Listen for a fucking minute, dog. There's ways to conduct yourself on social media. We're not talking about just YouTube channels. I'm just telling you, I didn't make this channel for that. So we got to talk about that. But on social media, you're meeting a new person. Selling a puppy, a $1,200 puppy, a $2,500 puppy, a $900 puppy. That's not worth getting your head took off by the feds, bro. It's not. I'm sorry. I can't justify that. I can't justify me being ignorant. Trying to make a couple extra $100. So I'm gonna tell this guy that, oh, his dad is game. His mom, yeah, I looked at her twice. Why would you do that? Yes, That was my Deuce. You know, I gotta text my Deuce back. Everybody else could wait. So nah, man, we gotta check ourselves, dog, because this shit's getting scary. I see motherfuckers up shit creek, bro. I'm not Nostradamus, although shit, I'm pretty damn close, you know. And it's not looking good, bro. If I look at my crystal ball right now, you know, it just ain't looking good. It's not looking like we're getting justice, bro. It doesn't, bro. It looks like they can trump up anything on you, bro. I think we need to take a step back because we've been real comfortable. Damn, it's today. Oh man. I thought the parade was tomorrow. They got parades and everything today, huh? That's what's important, dog. You're not gonna be able to do that in jail. I gotta change schedule. Give me a second, y'all. Salute Lamont Grant, my guy. Big Saw, what up? It hit my son. My son about to go off to school on the 10th, man. You know, it's a happy moment. You know, you got one going off to college. That's my first son. You know, that, and you can't do that if you're in jail, dog. Sometimes you gotta think outside of the box, fellas. And definitely don't bring that shit to me, brother. I want confirmation champions in my magazine. I want good dogs. Yeah, we look at some old school memorabilia type of thing, so it could be like a museum. I want that book. When you got all 10 of them, I want it to look like a museum. The covers, everything, just like art, though. If you got one, you won't really see it. If you got two, the puzzle is starting to come together. I tell you, when this, well, 2.5 and 3, because 2, we ain't done. We still waxing that ass. There's still some unfinished business on 2, so, and then when 3 busts down, it's going to really look like a puzzle, like something coming together. And that's what I want. That's what I want over here. I don't give a fuck who's a real dog man and all of it. Listen, bro, especially some of you older motherfuckers. If you got to wait till you 30 to 60 to prove that you a real dog man, that shit don't even count, brother. Okay? Because you got guys that have more experience just in their 20s alone. So it's not a flex. Let's come with some real content. I'm just encouraging. I'm not telling anybody shit. I'm just encouraging though. You know, I'm just encouraging y'all to do better, to be better. To be that. I told my son, figure it out. Hey man, get that magazine. Support what we trying to do. Not trying to promote dog fighting, dog. That's not, you know, because some people they try to turn your shit into their shit. You ever had somebody around you like that? Like they try to take your shit and they turn it into their shit. No, I didn't ask none of you guys for your input on what I was going to do. I was going to get on here, document my journey, document some of the dogs that I had, talk about my dogs, right? And bloodlines, line breeding, inbreeding, different things like that. That's from the jump. That's what it was. We went through some terminology, different things. It's never me getting up here talking about I'm in the box and you know, scratch to win and this guy ducked me and you know what I'm saying? Those stories are great. Those stories are great from a historical perspective. They're great, but that's not my shit. You know, all these tough guys, you know, that don't make you tough, brother. Sending your son to college, that makes you tough. Okay. Hearing your kids in the other room running around, screaming and shit, yelling and, you know, running up and down the stairs, chasing each other and shit, that makes you hard. That makes you a tough guy. Nah, man, he a bad motherfucker. Pulling up like the royal family, that's gangster shit, bro. Getting hauled off to jail, I didn't feel like no gangster. I felt like I got outsmarted by the system. I felt like a dummy. Okay. You know, I'm just being honest, man. I could glorify what I want. So we're going to continue to push the hard line. We're going to continue. Yeah, we're going to get in motion. It's going to be motion. Motion, man. Salute. Everybody hit that button. Hit that button. I'm just trying to educate y'all and just set the record straight about my channel. You're on my channel right now. It's only fair for me to be interactive with you and let you know what type of things are going to happen here, right? It's going to be a lot of entertainment. It's going to be a lot of education. It's going to be a lot of enthusiasm. It's going to be a lot of positivity. And there's going to be a lot of motherfucking haters. Salute the haters. Without you guys, salute the haters, man. Dudes that just hate you. They just, you know, they can't stand you because they want to be in your position. You're gonna have to get some new content. The template that's been going on for the past, I don't know, 3 years or whatever, you know, the little template and shit, that shit, that shit ain't gonna be effective too much. You're gonna have to dig in the bag, man. You're gonna have to dig in there and get out here, man. You know, Cosmon, what up, man? You know how we do, man. I'm just setting the record straight about my channel and what I stand for. Because what they'll say is that you have 200 videos and not one of them is explaining your stance about this, you know. So they want to bring some of my videos and evidence. Don't forget to bring this one. I didn't make this for that. Go back and look. When I did my pedigree breakdowns, I didn't even say champions and winners. You go look up my first 100 pedigree breakdowns. I didn't even say champions and winners on that motherfuckers. Okay? And they got timestamps years ago. Okay? You know? So, other than that, man, it's been a good day. A good time. Well, a good time to be alive. You know, a good time. The day just started, but good time to be alive. Get on here and chop it up with y'all. Gotta set the record straight, man. You know, this, you don't let people change your program. These laws are fucked up. That I need to be talking about that. That's the more impact that my voice can help the community. Right? See, we hate on the strong voices like Cosmon and, you know what I'm saying, Buck City, and, you know, strong independent thinkers with a powerful voice that can articulate themselves. That's what we hate. Instead of hating, you should get behind somebody like that. Right? That probably went over your head. It went over some of y'all's head. These laws are fucked up. They ain't gonna get no better. They ain't gonna get no better, but they're gonna get worse. And it's gonna be more and more people swept up in the vacuum. Don't be an idiot. Don't give them something as small as you talking on the internet enough ammo. Everything you said on Facebook Messenger is recorded. I mean, I'm sorry you didn't read the fine print. That's not my fault. So even if you did that shit 10 years ago, you was on there crashing out. Some of you guys, that shit can come back and haunt you in your not beautiful program that you trying to do. And you don't want everybody to see the skeletons in your closet that you used to be on the internet like a fuck boy. But let me tell you, that shit can come back and haunt you, bro, in the worst way. You recording videos and sending them to people that you don't know, and all of these snitches out here, all of these guys. Listen, this not even the snitches, right? It's all the guys that's okay with the snitching. That is what scares me. It's not the snitches, right? Because I don't have to do, the snitches, I don't have to uh deal with them, right? But everybody that's okay with the snitching, that just lets me know that it's a lot more snitches than we give credit for. Right. It's a lot more snitching going on, fellas. Don't bring that shit over here, man. Telling you. This is a network. We talking about these dogs. We want to be one of the pillars. They in my neighborhood, they gentrified the hell out of it, but they gave a couple companies, I don't know what it was worked out, but they did something and let some of the little businesses stay in business. Those were some of the pillars of the community, some of the long lasting organizations and platforms. You know, I don't want my head to get blew off. I don't want people to jump on my shit and incriminate themselves and all of this crazy shit. Okay. We have debates about topics, what we think this is, what is this? Somebody might have said this in their video, somebody said that. I disagree. Blah, blah, blah. Let's have a good debate, man, and keep it moving. It'll be healthy. Everybody will learn something. We get to hear both sides. It could get a little bit heated. We could ring that bell, and we keep it moving. But at the end of that day, I didn't go on here and tell motherfuckers that I got a 2-time winner and what I'm saying, all of this shit. And what I'm saying, that to me, that's just dumb. That's dumb. So let's keep it keep it good, man. Keep it good over here, man. Whatever you do on your own channel, I still feel obligated because some of you just talk reckless, like you don't even know that you could really be lined up in real time. So I feel obligated. Like I said, if I didn't love you, I wouldn't tell you. I wouldn't tell you. If I didn't love you, I wouldn't tell you. Buck City Reloaded. We're transitioning. We're doing good things. We want to be flying around the shows. If I say, what are we going to be doing in 5 years? Let's say we do continue this. Let's say all is good and we continue to elevate from 1, 2, 3. We keep elevating. I'd probably be going to 10 shows a year minimum, popping up, flying in with my small little bag of luggage for a day, right? And go check something out. I might hit another show the next day, hit that one that day, boom, get up, go straight to the airport, fly into the other show the next day, boom, and then back to the town. Hell of a weekend, plenty of footage, videos, to share on here, as well as the magazine. Shaking hands with good people that are doing positive things with the breed. Right. Yeah, you probably meet some historical guys that were, messing around. You sit down and talk to them or whatever. But just getting crazy, because some of you don't know where you're gonna be in 5 years. You never thought about it. All you wanted to be like is Buck City. You thought you did, but you got the wrong template. See, the difference between Buck City is Buck City can sit here and talk dogs and teach you so much about dogs, but he doesn't have to one time admit that he was in the box. I don't have to. My guys already fuck with me, bro. You know, I don't gotta do that. That's a flex. I don't gotta do that. How many of them other channels could do that? Hmm? It ain't what you do, it's how you do it, big head boy. You dig? So, hey man. Oh, Mike Dan. It's always a good thing. Mike Dan, musician in the building. Salute. Salute the OGs, man. You know, salute the OGs. Salute the guys that, they comfortable in their own lane. They're really not trying to prove nothing. That's the kind of guy I could fuck with, man. You ain't really trying to prove shit. I'm gonna get up here, man. We gonna chop it up, wake and bake. I'm gonna run the show. You know that. If y'all have some questions or something, you know what I'm saying? You guys know how we're gonna run a show, bruh. I might got a topic. We might go for 2 hours. We might go for one. We might go for four. So I'm sticking to the script. Everybody else need to stick to their script. That's what I'm talking about, man. It's a war against dogmen. It's a war, bro. And now they're giving out time. It's not like back in the day when you just get a little bit of time, or and there was some dudes that did egregious shit and they did get time. I'm not gonna say that, that they wasn't just passing out time back in the day, because they were. But right now it's being more and more common for you to get lined up, bro, just for little or nothing, bro. Little or nothing. Everything sounds the same. Every report's the same. Deplorable conditions. You know, dogs. Everything consistent with dog fighting. Scars found on dogs consistent with dog. It's like it's AI or something. You guys got to see that. Go look at 5 different ones when they're talking about it. And when they read that report, they're saying the same shit. It's like they're programmed. You're going to be a part of the program, though. And ain't no dog man exempt. Nobody's too big. Nobody's too small. Right? I can't tell nobody what to do. Some of you guys is just cowboys. You take everything on the chin. You're a motherfucking cowboy. Can't nobody tell you shit. I'm just saying, you're not welcome over here. I don't want my channel to turn into that. I don't want my brand to turn into that. I don't want to be remembered for that. I don't. That's not that. If my friends that know me, they know me. YouTube is different. Don't mix business with pleasure. Furthermore, who are you saying this for? A bunch of backstabbing motherfuckers. Who are you trying to impress? Huh? Huh. This one was a light one. This was a light one. Get dressed and all this. I don't know how hot it's gonna be. What we looking at today? Oh shit. 79, 5 o'clock. It's gonna get warm, huh? Okay, so about 1, 2 o'clock, it's gonna hit like 75, 79 the high. Yep. Another one. Another one in paradise. Get it in, man. Smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, get that APBT magazine. You know what it is. Text me for that info. I just sent a bunch out. I got some dates. I just sent a bunch out. I think there's a couple more I got to troubleshoot. One from Canada, I got to troubleshoot, and maybe a couple more, couple things. But feel free to text me if you having any issues. Got to send something out. We got to do this, do that. You know, we're here for it. We here for it. He said it was 60 here this morning. Yeah, man, I love waking up to 60s, man. 50s and 60s. When I'm waking up, I don't want it to be no damn 80 degrees, bro. That's no. Oh yeah, Mike, damn man, I got one right here for you. Got one right here for you, brother. I'm a little more proud of this one though. I'm not gonna lie. Although I go back to the other one, the pictures, it's a little more picture heavy. And there are some stuff in there, like the one that pig picking with Fat Bill from the first one. Like you can guarantee that I'm gonna use that one again for a future mag. It might look a little different, might look the same. But I really like that. That's a dope article. That OG Loco one in the first magazine was dope as shit. I just talked to OG. I don't know if it's gonna be this next one or 3, but he's got something cooking up for me now. It's good to get them good write-ups. It's good to get those good write-ups. If you guys want to get some of your stuff out here, let's put it together. Let's sit down. I could walk you through a couple steps and we could figure out how to put together a good story, man. You'll like it. You'll be like, damn, this shit's dope, but you got to be comfortable with the things that you're willing to share, man. That goes with social media, off of social media, whatever we doing, man. You perfectly all right. You could have a channel, man. You don't have to uh talk about dog fighting and promote it and glorify it for you to be a real dog man, or to me that's just common sense. Some of you guys didn't know that. You never know who's behind here. We get weirdos popping in, doing all kind of weird shit, so you never know who's really on here. But we got to keep it cool, man. Keep it cool, man. Yes, sir. Now hit that text me if you got any questions, comments, anything. You want to drop some questions for next show, anything, that's pretty much my business line. I don't really talk too much or nothing else on there other than business. And that's what it is. People hit me up about the magazine. A guy hit me up yesterday and asked if volume 3 was out. That was the first. He was like, "Is volume 3 out?" And I'm like, "No, I got 1 and 2 right now." He was like, "Oh, well, I already got 1 and 2. I'm waiting on 3." So salute that brother. Salute that brother. He's got the ball moving. The ball moving. I'm doing if you guys didn't know, I'm doing a APBT magazine 2.5. It's PDF, but I will do pre-orders if you want the physical, right? This is because I'm not going to get physicals of this. I never intended on having physical copies of this more than, just a few hundred or something, just to stash and just to have it and, put up on the wall and shit like that. But I want to do that. It's going to be free. We're not asking for anything. All you got to do, you hit the email list, all of that. We're going to do the email list and I'm going to send them out. That's how we're going to do that. And you can send it to whoever you want. You can send it to 5,000 people if you want. You can post it on your Facebook so everybody can have it. Post it everywhere. I want it to go everywhere. It's free. We should get 10,000 out in 1 week, because it's free, right? It's something that, we don't mind charging, but we're just giving you that same quality that we could have charged for free, just to do something for the community. So if you got any good content, you got any goods, that's why I've been really asking, because I want to hurry up and get that in and get that bagged up so I can get to working on volume 3. But it's going to be 2.5. I think I already got a cover. We might unveil that. If I do pre-orders, we will unveil the cover. But I'm going to just keep that cover in my back pocket because I don't know if that's going to be volume 3, because it's that dope. It's that fucking dope, the picture that I got. So we got to get bigger and better. It's got to be better every edition. It's got to look more candy paint. It's got to be better. But this one's gonna be free for some of y'all. Couple cats, they couldn't afford it. It's like, I couldn't really bless them. But this round, I'll be able to bless you, with the 2.5. And I don't know, when it gets toward the end, I might even put a little bit of bonus stuff in there, that maybe a couple clips from this or that, put a little bit of bonus stuff in there for you. But we're going to get that together really soon. So tap in. That's the business line. If you want to be a part of it. We ain't doing pre-orders right now, but maybe in a couple of weeks or when I get a date to where I know it's going to be out, we'll do pre-orders. Like I said, we don't do good on the pre-orders. Then I just order what the hell I'm going to, whoever got the pre-order, I just order that many. And I won't have to deal with it. Cannabis Cowboy. Hey, everybody, man, that pulled up. Appreciate y'all. I'm going to get to it. I thought I was going to the parade tomorrow, but I guess it's today. So we're going to get it in with the fam. And, You know what it is. RBG, I see you, my brother. Everybody that pulled up to the wake and bake. The wake and bake. You know how we do. We out of here.